hopefully, with all the trouble you go through to own a car, that thing is going to be one of the neatest things you own. It's going to be one of the most stimulating things that get you fired up in the morning when you get in it. And that's my job. And I feel emotional about cars, and I get very fired up about automobiles.
We have a very focused viewpoint on what we feel Mazda should be and the direction we want to go with our products. And we're not going to compromise that just so we can sell 53 bazillion cars in a month.
I'd like to offer our customers a car with some feeling and personality, as if the driver thinks of that car as one of the members of the family. We want to create something which has a heart and soul, not an artificial thing, but a natural creature. We feel a car can have intelligence, like a living entity that can understand the driver's mental status.
I've always had Mazdas, but I've probably driven just about every kind of car that's ever been made. And there is nothing that can compare with what driving that car feels like. It's so tight and responsive. Even on long trips, it doesn't get to you. You don't get tired of it. It just keeps going.
At Mazda's Yokohama Research Center, we're conducting extensive scientific studies of the human mind. Mazda is studying different kinds of sounds, from engine sounds and road noise to the way the air moves to create wind noise. The purpose is to differentiate between noises that make driving an uncomfortable experience and the sounds that a driver enjoys. In Mazda's psychoacoustic lab, an anechoic chamber and sound simulator are used to create a certain engine sound that can impart a feeling of vitality to a sports car driver.
It's got a nice deep-throated roar to it. It sounds like a sports car is supposed to sound.
Mazda's unique driving simulator is used to find out what kind of characteristics are suitable or desirable for customers in various situations. We're studying the relationship between the customer and the movement of the cars to match customers' desires and feelings with the exterior and interior design, handling, the sound, and so forth.
When you're riding down the road, you have a good sensation in the 929, in that it feels like it just wraps around you.
Comfortable.
Feels comfortable, and it's a good word.
When you have children, that's a tough door for them to open and close. A sliding door is. So that, evidently Mazda had to have people in mind when they designed that door.
In the age of concept, we use our supercomputers to shorten the research and development period of a car in order to respond quickly to a marketplace that is rapidly changing, so that customers will have cars that comply with their wants and their needs today. The supercomputer can also help us overcome such issues as the complex relationship between fun-to-drive cars, safety, global warming, conservation, and anticipating environmental demands on future engineering.
If you look in Yoshi, it looks just like anybody's test track. You know, it's Mazda's proving ground, and it's got the high-speed tri-oval, and the banking, and the rough road, and the water, and the salt, and everything that everybody has. Except it's got a few little bonuses. They have, I think, a global road circuit there.
It combines the most extreme variety of different conditions throughout the world. For instance, a Belgian cobblestone street, something you don't find in California. On the other hand, a smooth 6-lane freeway you don't find in Belgium.
We have a series of telemetry sensors that are buried all over the test track. And the purpose of that is to take information that's being sent by transducers on the automobiles so that they can determine when the car went around curve number 6 in the International Road Circuit, it was pulling 0.94 Gs. And we'll monitor the driver and see how it works for him. And if it feels good for him, we might say, this is good. And if it feels bad for him, but the numbers were good, we might say, time to look at this a little more. So we have computers there to make sure there's no human error, but then we use people to make sure the computers are being honest too. Conseil is getting the human input, saying that maybe the numbers look good, but the feeling isn't there. So we've got to go back and get the feeling right and get the numbers right, and that's just what the whole philosophy is about.
It seems like you're willing it around a corner, and it doesn't take very much effort to do what you want to do, and you don't have to think about what you're doing, you just do it. It becomes sort of an extension of your personality.
I'd like to make a car that the customer doesn't want to sell or change, that the customer wants to keep forever.
I hope that love affair between drivers and Mazda cars would happen.
It's my baby. I love that car.
I think Mazda is going to be a very sound image in the next few years. I think we're just starting to kind of show our muscles.
It can be a beautiful looking car, and if it's in the shop all the time, it doesn't do me any good. This car is never in the shop.
But we're very happy with Mazdas, and I would certainly buy another one.
That thing's solid as a rock. It's a very well-built car.
And I guess that's what you refer to as Conseil engineering.